Hello and welcome. Today we're working on our operating activities using the indirect method with a full income statement. So this is a larger problem than we did in the previous example. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn, and we're teaching through managerial accounting, the full course. We start with the statement of cash flows and we're working our way through to the end of all the chapters in managerial accounting. So let's get started. Here's what we're doing on our problem today. What we have is Taylor Company has a full income statement and related balance sheet information, and so we need to do the operating activity section of the statement of cash flows using the indirect method. So here's our income statement. So what we have is we have revenue, cost of goods sold, and we get gross profit, and then we have some selling and administrative expenses. Now, S&A expenses could also be called SG&A, selling, general, and administrative, or just G&A, general and administrative, or operating expenses. So one of the things that you need to know is there's several different names for the same thing. So you can call this operating expenses or G&A or S&A or whatever, and those are all the same things. Then we have all these expenses. We have salaries expense, depreciation. Now watch, depreciation expense is a non-cash expense, so we're going to add that back. Now, amortization is also a non-cash expense. We're going to add that back. And then we have all the total selling and administrative expenses. And then we have a subtotal here, which would be something like, let's name it, this would be income from operations or operating income. And then we have gain on sale of machinery, which is not an operating gain because we sold some machinery, and then we end up with net income. So here's our income statement. We have a little bit of balance sheet information that says, hey, we have an increase in accounts receivable and a decrease in inventory. Now remember, our rules, remember the previous video, what we have is anytime an asset goes up, we assume cash goes down. Anytime a liability goes up, we assume the cash goes up because we're borrowing money. So we have two assets, one goes up, one goes down. We have two liabilities, one goes up, one goes down. So we can see one's going to be plus, one's going to be a minus. So let's do our cash flows from operating activities with the indirect method. So we're always going to start with net income. So net income, I'm just going to grab, you can do this on Excel. You can point to a label and it puts that label in there. So if we call this, net profit, then it would change down here, would be fine. So I'm going to undo here. So net income, what's our net income? Well, our net income is $490,100. So the indirect method starts with net income and plus or minus adjustments. So that's what we're going to do on that. By the way, the other thing we have is gain on sale of machinery. Remember our last video, the rules that we have. We're going to add any losses and subtract out any gains. This is not extra cash. We sold machinery for some amount, and then part of that, because our cost was less, then we have a gain. Well, we need to back that gain out because we recognize all the cash that we received, that is an investing activity, and here we take this out of operating because the gain is not extra $14,500 in cash. All right, so what I've done, I've just set up this little chart and I've got it where it's summing the entire range just so it's a little bit quicker. You don't have to see me add everything up, but I would use the sum function and use plus or minus, and that way it's going to work out exactly the way it should. Now, we're going to take, we know we need amortization and depreciation, so I'm going to grab depreciation first, and we're going to make it a positive 56,000 is depreciation. Same thing with amortization. Now, these have subtracted to get to net income, but we need to add it back because they both are non-cash, and to get rid of it, it's already a negative on the income statement. To get rid of it, it needs to be a positive. So the first two things we do is we grab depreciation expense and amortization expense and we add to the net income. So if that's all we had, we would have positive cash flow of operating activities of $551,000 rather than $490,000. So that's the difference. One of the things people say, what's the difference in cash flow, operating cash flow, and net income? Well, two of the big things are depreciation, amortization. I'm going to do the same thing with the gain. Now the gain, you just do the opposite. We added it on the income statement, but it's not extra cash. So we're going to subtract the gain and make it a negative $14,500. Okay? Because it's already in as a positive, we want to take it out, so it just takes a negative. Okay? Now, I think we've finished everything on the income statement. So now we need to look at the differences here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to look at it line by line. I'm going to point to the increase in accounts receivable, and I'm just going to copy it down so I have it all ready to go. So increase in accounts receivable. Now, if any asset goes up, that means cash goes down. So we're going to take a decrease of whatever the cash is going to go down because the accounts receivable went up. So we're going to do a minus $30,500. Decrease in inventory, we bought less inventory, so our cash, we didn't pay cash as much. So that's just going to be a $25,000 increase. Now, increase in accounts payable, we assume that cash goes up. So we're going to make that a positive $12,500. And decrease in salaries payable. Now, how do you make salaries payable go down? You've got to pay cash for that. If you're working and you're making a salary, then you're only going to accept cash. They can't say, hey, we've got some extra pins and stickers and we can give you some office swag. You're not going to accept that. It's got to be cash. So cash went down, $3,500. And so therefore, on this problem, net cash flows from operating activities, we start out with net income of $490,000. We make some adjustments, and the cash flow from operating activities is a positive $540,900. So what you need to do is just have a system where you start with net income plus or minus along the way. Now, one of the things that happens is the indirect method is a little bit tricky because it fills backwards. You're starting with the net income number, but about 95% of the companies report using the indirect method. And so this is important to see. Net income is different than operating cash flow. So you're looking at this line and looking at this line and saying, okay, I see the difference. And these explain the differences why net income is not the same thing as cash flow from operations. Hey, if this is helpful, please thumbs up, please like, please subscribe, and see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and good luck in managerial accounting.